Hello and welcome back. Dear learners, whether you're an English student, a teacher, a traveler, or simply someone looking to express yourself more confidently, you already know how important vocabulary is in learning a language. Words are the building blocks of communication. Without them, even grammar has no voice. But let's be honest. Learning vocabulary often feels frustrating. You might learn a word today and forget it by tomorrow. You may try to memorize long lists, but still hesitate to use those words in real conversations. Sound familiar? If so, don't worry. You're not alone. In this guide, we're going to uncover how to learn vocabulary not just easily, but smartly. You'll discover practical, brain-friendly strategies that make words stick, techniques to turn learning into a lifestyle, and fun ways to make vocabulary part of your daily thinking. So let's break the boredom, drop the struggle, and turn vocabulary into one of your strongest skills. 1. Learn vocabulary in context, not in isolation. One of the biggest mistakes learners make is trying to memorize words as individual items, disconnected from real life. The word kindness may seem easy when you see its definition, but without a situation to attach it to, it's likely to slip from your memory. Instead, learn vocabulary through context, by reading, listening, and observing how words are naturally used in sentences and conversations. For example, the word generous might seem vague until you read. My neighbor is generous. She always shares her food with everyone. Now, the word is tied to an emotion, a person, and a situation, which gives it depth and stickiness. Try reading short stories, watching English videos with subtitles, or listening to podcasts and picking up words from the way they are used. Write down full phrases or sentences, not just the word. This approach helps you remember both meaning and usage at the same time. 2. Choose words that match your life and interests. Learning vocabulary becomes much easier when it's connected to your personal world. Think about it. If you never go fishing, learning words like bait or hook won't help you much, and you'll likely forget them. But if you're passionate about cooking, it's much more meaningful and easier to learn words like grill, boil, ingredient, or seasoning. Focus on vocabulary related to your interests, your job, or your daily routine. For example, someone working in a hotel should focus on terms like booking, guest, room service, or check-in. A student might focus on words like exam, deadline, or presentation. Make a list of your daily activities and identify the vocabulary that naturally belongs there. Then turn those words into sentences connected to your experiences. This kind of learning isn't just easier, it's more exciting, and it immediately prepares you to use vocabulary in real life. 3. Use the 5x rule for long-term memory. Repetition is the mother of memory, but it has to be the right kind of repetition. The 5x rule is a simple, powerful way to remember new words. Use any new word at least 5 different times in the first 24 hours after learning it. This repetition should happen in different ways: writing, speaking, listening, and reading. Let's say you've learned the word curious. You could use it in writing, "I'm curious about the result of the test." Then in speech, "She asked a curious question." In reading, Find a sentence online using curious. In listening, hear it in a podcast or video. And finally, make a question with it. What are you curious about today? By using the word in varied ways, your brain processes it deeply and naturally moves it into your long-term memory. This strategy turns passive learning into active ownership of the word. 4. Connect vocabulary to emotions and images. We remember what we feel and what we see. That's why connecting new vocabulary to emotions and images is a brilliant technique. When you learn a new word, don't stop at its definition. Ask yourself, what does this word feel like? What memory does it remind me of? What can I visualize? For example, take the word excited. Don't just memorize it. Imagine your heart racing before a big event, your smile before a party, or the butterflies in your stomach when waiting for good news. That's excited in action. You can also use pictures or symbols. For the word frightened, imagine a shadow in the dark. For confident, picture a superhero with hands on hips. Your brain loves mental images. They act as emotional hooks that make words easier to recall. Turn vocabulary into a movie scene or a personal moment, and it will stay with you much longer. 5. Use technology. Let the apps work for you. Smart learners use smart tools. Today, you don't have to learn alone. You can have apps that act like private tutors in your pocket. Tools like Quizlet allow you to create flashcards with images, definitions, and example sentences. Anki uses a technique called spaced repetition, reminding you of words right before you're likely to forget them. Memrise and LingQ use real-life videos and quizzes to reinforce vocabulary naturally. You can also watch YouTube videos with subtitles, pause to note a word, and replay to hear pronunciation. The key is not just to have the apps, but to use them daily. Spend just 10 to 15 minutes each day using technology to reinforce words you're learning. These small sessions add up quickly and turn passive screen time into active learning. Think of your phone not as a distraction, but as a personalized learning system, helping you grow one word at a time. 6. Speak the word. Don't just read it. Reading helps you recognize a word, but speaking helps you remember and use it. Saying a new word out loud activates multiple senses: your mouth, your ears, your muscles, and your memory. It's like training your body as well as your brain. When you read the word ambitious, don't just say, "Okay, I know this." Say it aloud. I am ambitious about my goals. Then repeat with variations. My sister is very ambitious. Or he's ambitious in his career. Speaking out loud helps improve your pronunciation and builds the confidence to use the word in real conversation. Practice speaking, even when you're alone, in front of a mirror, during walks, or while recording yourself. The more your mouth practices new vocabulary, the more fluent and natural your speech becomes. 7. Learn word families. Expand with one root. Why learn one word when you can learn 5 at once? That's the power of word families. Every root word has a group of related forms, nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs that help you expand your vocabulary faster. For instance, take the root word create. You also get creation, creative, creativity, and creator. If you learn decide, you can easily add decision, decisive, indecisive, and decider. Learning words this way helps you understand how words work in different contexts and sentence structures. It also saves time. One lesson becomes 5 gains. Try making a word family tree. Write the root in the center and connect it to related forms with example sentences. For example, with happy, write, I am happy. She smiled happily. Happiness is important, and the movie had an unhappy ending. This method deepens your understanding and strengthens your vocabulary range. 8. Personalize. Your practice with I plus word. Sentences. A highly effective and simple trick for using vocabulary meaningfully is to make every word personal. Every time you learn a new word, create a sentence starting with I plus any word. This links the word to your own experience. For instance, if you learn the word appreciate, say, I appreciate my family. If you learn regret, try, I regret not studying earlier. This technique makes vocabulary emotionally real and memorable. It's no longer just a definition. It's part of your life. You can turn this into a mini story too. Choose 5 words you learned in the week and write 5 I sentences to create a short paragraph. 9. Practice vocabulary daily, not just weekly. The key to learning anything well is consistency. Vocabulary isn't something you study once and master. It's a habit you build. Practicing vocabulary every day, even for just 10 to 15 minutes, is more effective than studying for hours once a week. Make vocabulary learning part of your routine. Write a new word on a sticky note and place it on your fridge, your bathroom mirror, or your notebook. Keep a small vocabulary journal or use a notes app on your phone. Review words when you're waiting in line, traveling, or relaxing. You can also create a word of the day challenge with a friend. Say the word, use it in a sentence, and review it at the end of the day. Repetition, in small daily amounts, leads to strong, long-term vocabulary growth. 10. Review and reward yourself. Often. Don't forget the importance of review. It's the step that many learners skip, and that's why they forget. At the end of each week, take time to review the words you've learned. Write them down, test yourself, or try to use them all in a short paragraph or story. Celebrate the words you remember easily. That's a win. For the ones you forget, revisit your earlier notes, context examples, or word families. To stay motivated, reward yourself. Give yourself a small treat for every 10 or 20 words you've learned and used successfully. Whether it's watching a favorite show, enjoying a snack, or just marking a smiley face in your notebook, rewards build positive energy into the learning process. Reviewing and rewarding help turn vocabulary learning into a satisfying habit, not a stressful task. So, my final message for you is, keep learning, keep practicing, and you will be fluent soon. Seen you in the next one.